Hello again. Here I am. Here I am again. I'll only take a couple of minutes of your time because I just made this here cluster and I think it has turned out just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Because I decided I think my book needs something different, something more. I'm show you what I did. I just had a piece of this here. This is a piece of this one bag that I pulled apart. This was the lightweight one. And I just got a little piece of that one. Then I like this here color. See, that color goes good, but then this here is too nice. So I'm gonna I have to unnice it. Dang it. Find somebody can sharpen my scissors. I think I've cut too much paper with them or something. But I want to shred up this, give this scrap of fabric a little bit more pizzazz. I'm always looking for pizzazz. And so there you go. That's much better than just one little. And we got to give it the old scruncheroo. Give it the old scruncheroo there. And look at there. See that? Okay. So if I take that piece and this piece, then if I cut off another little piece of this, because see, I got a lot of scraps of that first bag I pulled apart. I just love this, man. When I run out of this, I'm going to be sad. I might find another one, though. I watch on eBay. But maybe I won't run out. I got a lot. But see, I gotta quit hoarding things that I think I might run out of. So here I just pulled some threads off of there to make it look a little bit more organic or a little bit more fun. People use that word organic, so I'm using it too. And then see, I can just put that, lay that on there, and then I can lay this on here. And then the threads. These are threads that come off of this fabric. When you shred it, these threads, and I got some long threads, man. I love these threads, and so I'll just take a little bit of those threads and kind of just make a little bouquet, thread bouquet. Just wrap it around my fingers. There you go. That's enough. See? Now I'll just twist it in the figure 8 there. Just twist that in the figure 8. And put that on top of there. Got them layered. I got to stick this one out a little further. And put this one right here. And then my needle and thread. Oh, there's the one I was looking for. That's the one I was looking for. And you put a knot on here. And then I need a button. Where'd my button go? Oh, there it is. So I need to get me a button out of here. These are old vintage buttons, so any button will work. That one will work. And then I'll just kind of stitch. Put a stitch in the middle. And then come back up there for the button. Come up there and look for the button. There it is. Put the button on there. And And then there you go. See? There, and then there you go. Come on through there, button. Okay. I mean thread. I wasn't talking to the button, I was talking to the thread. Okay, we'll put a little knot in the back here. I could have shredded this little piece a little bit more too. Well, I still could actually. There we go. Now, actually I still can. These seam rippers, they come in handy when you want to just kind of age things up some. There you go. Ah, look at that. That is cool. That is a cool cluster. So see, I want that cluster in here somewhere. And I thought about putting one on the front, but I don't really want to cover up my circle. I like my circle. I could put one there. Or I could, oh, here, see that stain there? That was that stain. On the back, it's a stain. Well, I took some floss and I just kind of covered up that one. And then I took this part of the stain. Let's see if I got another stain. Ooh, look at this one. See, there's a stain. You know what you can do with them stains is you just get, I got some of these markers that are just, I'll use this blue one. These are by Artesia, and they're permanent fabric markers. So this piece might go on that page actually, or I could put it on this page. I don't want to cover up all of my back stitch. See how you do something like this on one side, and then on the back you have all that back stitch. That might look good right there. But I want to show you here what you can do when you got a stain. Sometimes you want to make that stain be part of your art. See, this was probably the guy driving the cattle wagon, bringing the feed to the farm. On the old homestead, he probably spilled his coffee right there. Probably took a corner too fast. But look at this, what happens if you just outline that stain. Just outline, it's like reverse coloring, and just outline the stain. You could do this with any, I guess it wouldn't even have to be a fabric marker. But look at there, I just outlined, well, I didn't get this part down here, so we'll go with that. No, I didn't get this part in here. But look at, and there's a little piece of stain right there. So now I just outlined that stain. And now it looks like it's really a part of the art. It looks like it belongs to be there. And I stitched around that letter E there, which then on the back of the page, I still got some more pages to work on there. But then I think that I might want this to go with this page. And have that little, I got two of them, so I could put two in this book. Two of them doggone boogers. Two of them doggone boogers. Do I got a threaded needle here? Oh, of course not. But I have thread everywhere. See all these little threads in here? Them can go on them clusters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying to you, y'all? Okay. I'm starting to run out of space on my table here, so I guess I'm gonna have to clean up my mess, put some of this stuff away. Let me just get a piece of thread here. Any thread will do. That's what I'm telling. Whenever I have one of these that I haven't pulled the thread off yet. There's the end. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and whack a piece off of there just like that. Get me a needle here. It's a little magnet. Isn't that magic? Alicia gave me that. I think it's just beautiful. And just drop my needle on there and the magnet holds it still. It doesn't escape. So, because I have escaping needles. Papa finds them on the floor, picks them back up. I always have to have about 11 needles going at one time. Okay, yeah, I think I want that to be right there. I could put right in the middle of that, but no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stitch from the top. Wait a minute. Am I going through 2 pages? No. Okay, I don't want to go through 2 pages. That would be world ending. Okay. Start from the top and end from the top, then I just tie it in a knot. Nice, good tight knot, and it'll stay there. So see there you go. You got some little cluster on there. I think that it looks real pretty. I want to put that other one on here too somewhere. But where? Where do I want to put it? I want to put this one on here too. Maybe this one would be nice. Like here. One thing I want to be careful. Now see, I put this one here. So if I put that one on the same corner, then this corner gets thick. So maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want to put it right here. Then I'll have one, you know. Then if I put 2 more on somewhere, I'll put them on the opposite corners and then the whole book stays the same thickness. Doesn't get clumpy. We sure don't want anything clumpy. No clumpy going on here. Okay, now put that through there. And then go back through and come back up through that another hole of that button. See if we can do that within an hour. Oh, there it is. It worked. Okay. So then just put that right in there. And then see that how my needle was stuck to the scissor? Drop that needle right there on that magnet. And there it's going to stay till I pick it up off the magnet. So now, oh, that's what I could do. I could make another just tied up ribbon, string here. That was just laying on there and that just put a little thought in my head. Doesn't take much to put thoughts in my head. So far all the thoughts are legal and not immoral, so that's good. So if I just wind this up, like this, sort of, twist it to an 8, put that right there. I think I'm onto something right here. You can get me another button. Get me another button. See how these... You're excused, Papa, but you're old enough to excuse yourself, so... Yeah. Or do I want to put like a... No. I want them to look old. I want them to look old. If I have to be old, I want everything around me to look old. And I don't feel so old. I feel like I'm just the right age. Okay, now. Oh, that's actually blue. Thought it was brown. It's not. A little browner than you get downtown. Oh, wait. Is this needle not going to go through? That needle will not go through the button. Well, if that just doesn't take the cake, that means I have to get a different button. One with bigger holes in it. Let me see. I'm going to just had my hand. Well, let's just dump a couple out here. Check the size of the... Okay. So it's going to be a white button. Maybe. Yeah, it fits. Okay. I got plenty of buttons, though. They're just not right here. I love me some buttons. How the heck did I do that? Not too bright. Okay, just a minute. I gotta pretend I didn't do anything wrong here. And get that put back in there somehow. There we go. Now we're cooking. And we get that in there. Okay. Tie a little knot back here. Let's get a little knot back there and cut that off of there. That needle there. Okay, so see there. Now that gives the front of that book a little more pizzazz right there. I like that. So now that's good.
Pizzazz is good.
Pizzazz is good, Papa Sis. Okay. And then I got that little cluster right there, which is nice. I outlined that stain there. And then I covered up that stain with some of that stuff. There's my other cluster there. Outlined that stain with that marker. I got a whole page I didn't do nothing on. Maybe I'll outline this side too. This side of the stain. Let's outside with this. Let's mark that with this color. And little eye there. Might be an animal. See there? Is that what happened? Isn't that pretty? And so I've been kind of doing some stuff. This is just amazing. You know, this is the bottom of the bag. This was on the bottom of the bag. I don't know if I can still do any more on here. But this, okay, like I can pull. No, I think I've pulled all the thread off I can get pulled off of there now. But because this bag was made in a tube, the whole thing, there was no side seams at all. Look, I can pull this thread and it just keeps pulling all the way around, because this was the very bottom of the bag, but it just keeps pulling and it will shred off the... If I did this to the whole bag, I would have a ball of string at the end and no bag. So how in the world did they make this with one thread? So this was made back in the olden days. But I mean, see, I'm getting to the end there now where it's glued together down there somehow. But it's like all one thread. It's amazing.
Magic.
But look at there, look at that ruffle on there. See, this is going to make cool stuff right there. But and then I got this big long thread. I've already cut the bag up all into little squares, so I can't get me a whole. I mean, I'd have a string long enough to go from here to the moon. Look at that. That's amazing right there. Okay. So what I've done this morning is I'm making little books, extra books, because we'll have that sale where I'm going to make my first million. So I'm making books, like I'm just doing this kind of stitch here, and that's the binding. So my books are 5 inches long. I mean 5 pages long, each one. They look pretty raggedy schnaggedy, don't they? But boy, what you couldn't do with them. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little kits out of this. And make the book, and then I'm going to put threads in there and some little chunks to make little chunks that people can make clusters out of. Maybe some threads and buttons. Just a bunch of old junk. But so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them sewed together this morning. And see, this is the binding I put on. I just love these. They probably won't be anybody really wants one, but because I don't know if anybody likes stuff like I like, but I like this stuff. And so I'm going to be putting some more together too, but I did 4 this morning, and then I had to start working on this one a little bit. But I got another idea. I want to clear my table off because, see, now this bag of stuff that I got from Laura V, it's all quilt squares. It's been sitting there staring me in the face, and I want to do something with them. So I think I might put this stuff off to the side, but then I also I gotta find some brown fabric because I want to do the roof on my house. I want to do that. See how I just keep a jillion things going all at one time? It's just the way I roll. I'm a rocking and a rolling, slipping and a sliding. And I gotta put these buttons back in this here bag if I'm gonna have to clear this whole table off. But what I want to do with them quilt squares, I need to have space because I just got something in my mind that just popped in my mind that I want to do with some of them quilt scraps. It's pieces of quilt squares and stuff. And I got an idea. So I'm going to set this aside for a little while, and yeah, I'm gonna set this aside for a little while. Oh, then I'm working on my. Let me see. Did I add anything to my roly-poly? Oh gosh, I don't know what I did with my roly-poly. Where'd my roly-poly go? I can't find it. See, oh, there's my roly-poly. See, this is my roly-poly. I'm working on it too. I got about 5 things just right here on this table. That's not counting the stuff that's not on my table. And so it's my roly-poly. Oh yeah, I did do some more on there. Okay. So I sewed the end. I put a piece of my wrapped sage there to have on the end so I could roll it easier. I put that heart right there. Put these 2 pieces of wrapped sage there. Then I added a piece of burlap here, and then I did some more of this poetry stitch. This was it's just a seed stitch, but when you put it in like this, Emma Freeman calls it a poetry stitch. And it kind of does look like poetry. I did some here, and then I did some here, and I'll probably, and I'm doing that poetry stitch in black, and I like that. Now here I took a piece of that string and I just rounded up, made a circle, and then I just stitched the circle on. So that's what I've done since yesterday with my roly-poly. And again, using the old grain sack fabric, and then you just roll it up until the next time you want to work on it. Just roll it up. I love this piece of fabric. I just love it. That came from, see the seam, you can see where it was seamed together. This one here wasn't put, this one was not made in a tube like that other one. This is more like something else. And then I have this little piece. This here piece was a piece off of the heavy sack. Well, I just, because that was at the top of the sack. Or maybe it was the bottom. I don't know. That was the bottom over there. This set's been the top. And so I just made this little tie. I made it long enough. Well, I didn't make it. I just cut it. It's long enough to where, because this is going to get bigger around as I add things to it. And so then I'll need more string to hold it shut. So that's why that's like that. That's why that's like that. Okay? So that's all I have to say about that. And so we have to check this morning to see what kind of message we have from Spirit this morning. These cards is just going to get plumb worn out because I love reading them. I just love reading them just to see what message comes today from our ancestors. From our ancestors. They always have something. Wait a minute, I got to drink coffee. Now, okay, here's what they have to say today. Maybe this will connect with some of you. I don't know. Maybe nobody's going to watch a video. Don't connect with me. Well, anyway, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in the way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in a free fall, we are here for you. And you can stop freaking out by getting hurt and relax into the transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got you covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love you, your courage, embrace it. So there you go. Whatever you're thinking about and whatever, just take the leap. They're going to catch you, and they're going to catch you. So, like what I have in mind of what I want to do with my little quilt squares there, I'm just take that leap. I'm just going to put this up. I mean, I don't put this stuff far because although I might work on that, do something that I want to get started with the quilt squares, this will not be far off to the side because maybe by this evening I'll be on this again because you just don't know how I work. I just am one wonky old lady. One wonky woman. That's me. Okay, so I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe and secure and happy and healthy and humble and happy. I already said happy. Okay, God bless and keep you all, and I will see you on the next round table. This table's not round, though. Okay, God bless you all.